Ahoy, ahoy, ahoy. Welcome back to the Dreadful Minutes. It's been a little while, but it is my birthday month, and I decided to do a show and tell. Oh, it isn't every video a show and tell, but this one's a little more special. So, first, let's celebrate with a shamrock shake over here. I'm gonna try this product out and probably have the rest of it for lunch. So it's just gonna take a sip and see if this product holds up. This is the best thing ever, right? All kidding aside. Uh, so, is this thing good for you? No. It's super processed, loaded with food coloring, a lot of saturated fat, and who the hell knows what else. The weird thing is, during this time of year, the ice cream machine's not broken. Funny enough, huh? So, Shamrock Shake is something that I do every year. Uh, as healthy as it is, due to a sort of a homage to a fallen old coworker of mine and friend. So shout out to Judy, rest in power. But she used to get me these, and so I just kept the tradition going after all these years. So there's a story behind that. So I got some stuff that people sent my way, and going to make those acknowledgments and just see what's been on the pile. So quite a bit of music here. So some shit you guys I think will really enjoy. But before I dive in, I did get some greetings that I wanted to just present really quick. First things first, my friend Melissa, Melly Mel and family. Thank you, Melissa, for the card. And usually cards are boring, and why the hell would you want to show these things on the tap, right? On the camera. But for the record, so let's see what this is about. I'm going to pull this sucker out and show you guys how cool Melissa is. You're not old. You're a classic. Stairway to Where I Was Going Again. So, pretty cool. A bunch of words and stuff that might be boring to you guys, but it's all there. You can pause it or read it if you care. But what a heartfelt message. Thank you, Melissa. Hope your birthday is a hit. Next up, real quick. This is actually from last year. I never actually acknowledged it or showed it on camera. So Eric and my sister Rose were conspired to send this my way. So this is a running theme here, right? Let the record show I sent a card and not a text. So there is that. Kind of neat looking. And yeah, if this isn't friendship, I don't know what is. Happy birthday. So really, really cool. And along that, I also got a ZL Records. So they used to live out in Tucson, Arizona. Now residing in Chicago. And so this is why it's got the cactus and all that for ZL Records back in that record shop. So if I ever find myself in the Tucson area, definitely want to go there and scope this place out. So pretty cool. I mean, the fact that they make their own air fresheners, it's got to say something. It does say the record store smell. I haven't opened it yet. I kind of want to keep it in the package. But if you know what a record store smell is, it's usually not something that's super pleasant. It smells like a basement. It's kind of musty. You guys know what I'm talking about. Especially the really good record stores. The ones where you got to really dig in and get the diamonds in the rough. Yeah. So, I don't want to make this too long. I can do that if I want to. I don't want to. But let's see what people sent my way. And shit. It's been a while anyway. So sit down, grab a coffee, and or a Shamrock Shake, whatever you got. And see what's on the menu here. Okay, first up, This package right here was sent to me by Jax. You guys know Jax, or Jax Be the Ripper. Check out her channel. And so over time, we've gotten to be pretty good friends. And so this is something that she sent my way. It was supposed to be here for Yule, or some of you call it Christmas. But it took so long that at this point it may as well be a birthday thing. And I think when she put in the order, probably not realizing that it was like one of those made to order kind of deals. And so she kept asking, "Did you get the package? Did you get the package?" I'm like, "I don't know what to tell you. I know it hasn't arrived." And so finally, the thing took weeks for this thing to finally, I guess get produced and finally shipped. So lo and behold, so this is from the Whiskey A Go Go from Sunset Boulevard. So yeah, West Hollywood. Look at that. So I wanted to open this one right on the camera. So not often I get something from West Hollywood. So Jax, here it is. Finally, we did it. So I got my skizzers, and just make sure I'm not going to cut into the products, and do the trusty ceremonial cutting here, and see what's in here. She did kind of hint what might be in this thing, but I still don't really know. So I know it's some kind of a wearable. Some kind of wearable. Oh, it looks like there's postcards or something here too. Oh, let me first get to the wearable. And, wow. Yeah, it's some kind of Motorhead thing. Ooh. It's a little glued, taped together here. And taking it out. Shiny. Yeah, this has Jax written all over it. Holy fuck. It's a snaggletooth with the rainbow bar and grill artwork. And this thing is shiny. It's a long sleeve. It's a large. I usually do wear a medium, but I can wear a large. Trust me, enough Shamrock Shakes, I'll be a large in no time. And in the back, no wonder this thing took a while. This is some primo shit. With the rainbow bar grill kind of banner in the back. This thing fucking rules. Thank you, Jax. I will be wearing this. Although people may come at me and ask if I've ever been to this place, and I would have to say no. I've never been to California or LA or anywhere like that. I got to make that happen though sometime. And this is a weird timing for this thing to kind of arrive, being that this is the month we lost Phil Campbell. And I think, rest in peace. He started in Motorhead, I think the same time as Wurzel, who also passed away back in, when was that, 2012, something like that. And so the entire Motorhead band are, she did hit what's going to be in there, so I know it's going to be Motorhead something. And, man, I mean, the only members still alive are, Mickey D, he's not even an original member, and none of the original members, I think, are around anymore that I know of. Wow. And Motorhead are one of those bands that I think it's liked by a lot of people in all kinds of range of rock and metal, and definitely made their stamp for what it is. And pretty excited and thrilled about this, and what a tribute. And this Rainbow Bar Grill, man, it's this thing that they do. I wonder what kind of other bands and stuff that they also do custom shirts for. I've never looked into it. Jax, you'd have to tell me. But thank you for this order and everything. I know you're going through a little bit of a rough time with other things, and you still managed to do something like this and send it my way. Greatly appreciate it. So thank you. So all right, let's keep this going. Oops. I forgot to show what was the the rest of the items in that package. It's actually worth showing. So it came with this postcard from the Whiskey A Go Go right here. Really, really cool. Quality material. But here is the real gem. It came with 1, 2, 3, 5 coasters with Lemmy's Lounge theme. Pretty thick. And the back is pretty cool. Born to lose, live to win. 49% motherfucker, 51% son of a bitch. We are Motorhead, and we play rock and roll. Okay, next up, I got 2 things here that I got from my good buddy Jeff, Gas Masks and Hand Grenades. And so you guys know his channel. He does a lot of interviews. And he thought I should have a copy of this CD. He actually interviewed Richard Barbieri. So this is his 2021 album, Under a Spell. So this is one of those prolific guys who's been around for literally decades. Since the 70s with Japan. It was a little more of a art, new wave. It's hard to categorize a lot of this kind of stuff. This right here is more electronic, ambient kind of material. He is a longtime keyboardist for Porcupine Tree. I think he was basically on almost every album. Besides Steven Wilson, of course. So, really cool. Nice little digipack. So, really, really cool. So, definitely check out the interview he did with him, who's also with No Man, which is, again, another slew of projects that he's been involved with. This right here is a shirt I decided I should have, and really appreciate it. He asked me, or told me that he would pick one up for me. So he went to go see them in, was it Baltimore? Shit, I don't remember exactly. It wasn't in Philly. Though Horrendous is a Philly band. This is from their Honoretta album. I just love that artwork, man. That shit's just fucking killer. It reminds me of a Final Contra boss or something. And I think last time I went to go see Horrendous, they didn't have any shirts my size. Definitely did not have this design, because I definitely would have snapped it up. And so, very appreciated, man. I only have one other Horrendous shirt. It's one of those Maryland Deathfest exclusives, and it's one of those raglan ones. Cool design, but this one will be the new recruit for the slew of black shirts in the closet. If you guys collect metal shirts and just band shirts in general, that's usually how it goes. Right here, I got some VCLT from the Professor. So, Alan, Let's Talk Metal. A lot of you guys know him in the VC over here. Was kind enough to send my way 2 CDs that he thought I would enjoy. So, very cool. Let's see. Came with some promo materials. A Rotted Life sticker. Pretty cool. Can't ever have enough of those, right? And another sticker for what is the updated logo for Melanie Loves Death Metal. I definitely know that logo. Melanie's been kind of absent from YouTube for a little while. I shouldn't speak because I've been too. But it's cool he threw that in there. I don't know if I still have any of these left over. I do have the old logo from when I used to order from her store. But in the package here, he did throw in 2 CDs, which is interesting. Let's start with this one here. So this very week that I'm recording this, the album club over at Heavy Metallurgy covered Dream Death, Journey into Mystery. So this is a band from Pittsburgh, and this is their debut album. Came out back in 1987. So I'm pretty sure this is a reissue. Yeah, it says here 2000, New Renaissance. And so I did have a copy of this on vinyl from a little while back. A nice little clear. So I was already familiar with this project. And so the other reason I knew about this band was because most of the members went on after this album. Dream Deaths would not come back until 2013. But in between that time, they formed a doom band, which kind of in the vein of stuff like Cathedral, Satan Vitus, kind of like a hodgepodge of different kind of influences. And here's Parallel Corners, which is a pretty ugly cover, I gotta say. But maybe it wasn't that questioned back in the early 90s when this thing dropped. They did reissue it with a little more reasonable cover. So there's that. But this it's cool that you threw this my way, Alan, because I did not have a copy on CD, which is very convenient. So, vinyl and CD, it's just something that's worth having on multiple formats. So after listening to the Wednesday Club Metallurgy kind of roundtable, kind of diving into this album, I was surprised at some of the varying opinions on this. It does have quite a bit of, kind of Celtic Frost worship kind of thrown in here. And the term doom thrash kind of came up. And it's actually not too far off. It's actually it's a hard thing to kind of imagine, but it's kind of how I would describe this sound. It does have a thrashiness to it and a bit of a technicality, but it still has enough of that slowness to it that would still kind of linger in that doom kind of front, again, like Celtic Frost. So it's really cool listen. Is this something I'm going to listen to all the time? Not necessarily, but I love the novelty of it. I just love how unique it is, just the quirkiness of this particular style. The band's still around. They're not really pumping out a lot of new material. I think they've only put out 2 more albums since this one, and that has been not that long ago. This other one right here. Oh, Alan. So this is a band from Germany called Stranger. So he left a little note in here. Hope you didn't. Hope you don't have these. Brian, I guess you're talking about Brian Arkham. What's up, Brian? Sent me the Stranger, but the cover art says Contreras. Let's see. Oh, I see what he's talking about. See, Al and I had this thing with checkerboards on covers, and a lot of damn albums from the 80s and going all the way to the 90s had this fascination with checkerboards and things. This album art is really weird. It's got this, he's sitting on his hand. It's just like, I would not want this day job as that hand, just, kind of holding people's asses. But this is their second album, Pretty Angels, put out by a label called Hot Blood. It doesn't even have the name of the album on the side. Like it's just a Stranger. So you would think the album name is Hot Blood or something. Really weird. So this is their second album. The first one was called The Bell. Came out back in 85. They only put out 2 albums, but the first album was more of a straightforward heavy metal, speed metal kind of album. And so they took a little bit of a break. By 89, when this thing dropped, you're looking at this thing, you're looking at that cover. It's hard. If I see checkerboards, I'm thinking like something a little more eclectic, maybe a little proggy, maybe a little bit Queensryche. None of that. They went totally fucking, how do I put this? They went AOR, kind of melodic rock. Like most of the metal was pretty much stripped from this. There's some essences of the metal where you can tell this was a straightforward metal band at one point, but there's a lot of Vidal Sassoon thrown on this. The amount of shampoo these guys took between The Bell and when this album dropped is very apparent here. It screams of the style of the time. These guys were clearly aiming for a commercial sound, very accessible kind of sound. It's not terrible. I actually found it pretty enjoyable if you allow yourself to go back to that time period, when this sound was huge. But the cover says none of that. Like, you put this in there, you're in for a ride of just, it's kind of like if you went from Hellhammer and then put on Cold Lake. You're like, what happens? It's kind of what you get from this. You could make love to your woman with this. You know, it's I don't know. Like apparently it wasn't good enough for Brian. You know, so you know, like I guess it didn't work for him. And it went to Alan. I guess Alan couldn't light the candles enough to make this work for him in the bedroom with the missus to put on Stranger. But I could see this working for that. You know, I don't have a quote woman in my life, but when I do, I'm gonna think of Stranger. And you know what? When that time comes, I'm just gonna put this on. She's gonna be like, "What are you doing?" And I'm gonna be like, "Shh, just let this happen. Okay, just let it. Just trust me. Just let it happen. Okay, this has been in the works. I got a purpose here." This was strangers to me. So, do I recommend it? Only if you really, really, really love the '80s, the late '80s, glammy, AOR-ish, damn Yankees, just stuff in that vein. You would love this. I mean, the dead giveaway is look at this photo. I mean, there's three of the guys are wearing sunglasses. That means most of the band, and I don't know if they're just trying to hide their eyes from the shame of having to sign the contract going, this is the sound we want from you guys. It's all or nothing. And this is the aftermath of what went on. I mean, just look at his face. That says everything. So, thank you. It was not what I was expecting. I'm going to keep it for the novelty of the checkerboard. If we do the checkerboard collab or episode or something, this I'm gonna be bringing up Stranger. So I took too long on this one. Let's move on. Thank you, Alan. Okay, so this next item actually came from somebody who is not a YouTuber, but is somebody who is actively involved in the VC, in the chats, and so big shout out to Nick Kaamos. He spells it Kaamos, and he reached out to me. He noticed that some of us, particularly me, has expressed certain interest at a particular Decibel magazine issue, and so I recently became an even bigger fan of a band called Castle Rat. Are they a gimmicky band? Sure. You got this druid, you've got this this wizard, you got all these weird, like, just colorful cast of characters. And then you got the front woman, there's Riley Pickerton, who's this sort of ginger girl with the big sword doing the Red Sonja thing. So he reached out and said, I happen to have an issue of that Decibel Castle Rat, and I can send it your way. Because I was talking about how great the articles are in that Decibel magazine issue. And I was just like, you know what? That's awesome, Nick, that you reached out. I would love to be able to have physical access to these articles in this particular issue of Decibel, issue number 252, with this, very blah cover. But the articles in this thing was the thing I was really after. So thank you so much, Nick. I had to cover up some of the stains with this Post-it. Now, this was not stained when Nick sent it to me. I just had unexplainable accidents on this thing. So, but the articles in this thing, man, that's really the meat of what makes this thing great and why I was after it. I'm about as convincing as the McDonald's CEO. I know. But the thing with the Decibel magazine issues is that you get a flexi. And this thing was so complete, he also included the flexi. So you must be a main subscriber. And with this one came with the Inhuman Condition flexi. So pretty cool. I've not played the song yet. I think it's called Burial State. But adding that to the collection, really appreciate it, Nick, thinking of me and for sending this my way so I can read the articles here. But we did do a little trade. So on some drunken night, I must have ordered Rotting Ways to Misery, The History of Finnish Death Metal, book right here. And when I looked in my bin, I thought I was still drunk and having double vision. And turns out that I actually did have two copies of this. I don't need two copies of this. I can barely read through one copy of a book, much less the same book twice. So I said, Nick, let's do a trade. So I said, send me the Castle Rat, and I'll send you this. You know what I mean? Pass me the whip, I'll give you the idol. That kind of a thing. And so even then, I feel like I got the better deal on this because the articles in here must be better than anything this book could ever say at all. But yeah. Did you know that Decibel also recently just announced a picture disc of this particular image right here? Yeah. So I reluctantly, promptly ordered that picture disc. Should be arriving around, I can't remember the date, April 10th, for this particular picture disc that will be going on my wall as a reminder of how great the articles are on this issue. So Nick also made a cool fucking comp. This was a surprise. He didn't say this was going to be in there. This is Rotting Death compilation CD. So I am from that generation where I would consider a stack of blank CDs to be a great gift. And so you can make some great compilations for people. And look at this thing, man. Homemade, home-brewed, sick fucking death metal right here. And thank you so much, man. This thing fucking rules. This has got Azotov, Grey, Carcinoid, Mortuous. You guys know these bands. Pestilent Death, Coffin Mulch, fucking Pharmacist, Autophagy, Torture Rack. This guy, he knows his shit. This is the guy. Malignant Altar. Man, I wish it was still around. Ghost of Dawn out of Russia. Faceless Burial. You know, this. Come on. The only thing I don't like is that my car does not have a CD player. So I gotta take the sickness in the room in the house with me in the meantime. So thank you for the Castle Rat issue, Nick. It's fucking awesome, man. It's just amazing. You guys should check it out. And I tried checking eBay to see if this issue was even available. You can't even get it on fucking eBay. This thing's been sold out, and that's it. So there must be some excellent writing in this thing. I'll leave you all with that. So what's next? Okay, so for this last set, it's more of a thank you to Keith from Attack from Down Under. So you guys know him from New Zealand. So if you guys check out his channel, he covers all kinds of range of metal, and he's been keeping this channel very active and alive. So it's very cool. So why am I bringing him up? So I ran a contest back in when was it? Was it during the 5th anniversary stream? I forget what it was. But anyway, I ran I know what it was. It was the Halloween thing. And so he won my contest. And the only thing was that sending all that, I did pack the box with quite a bit of stuff. So shipping to New Zealand was pricey, but as expected. And I budgeted and prepared for such an event. The event came, and it was no problem whatsoever. But Keith, still being the good guy that he is, he still felt bad that the expense that was put on being able to send these items to him all the way in that corner of the globe. So he felt like he needed to compensate me for at least a bit of the shipping. So probably knowing I wouldn't accept money and I wasn't really looking for anything like that, he managed to get a connection, I guess, from somebody he knew here in the States, and put in an order through Hell's Headbangers Records, and which I guess distribution and being an all metal label would be easier to get some of the stuff my way. So I made it happen, and I got a box from Hell's Headbangers. They gotta make up a little bit of the shipping. So this is what I'm going to show of the stuff that was in that package. So Keith, I really appreciate you. Really didn't have to, but it's still fucking awesome. Because this is what it's about. I mean, we exchange musical interests, ideas, and just pass stuff around to explore new bands and things like that. And this is no different. It's just another avenue of how it's done. So what was in that box from Hell's Headbangers, huh? Did Justin Horval himself pack this stuff up? I don't know. But maybe he should put like a little postcard packed by blah blah blah. You know what I mean? So maybe a picture of a meatball. You know, it's just kind of that's his calling card or something. I don't know. Right, Devils? So the first item here, I haven't never even heard of any of these bands except for one here, but 3 vinyl, 1 CD. The CD I am familiar with, but I got this band here called Leather Bitch. Love that cover. It kind of teases that sleaze. So it's got quite a bit of that here. I wouldn't call them a sleazy band per se, but they do have some lyrical matter that covers that direction. The cover is no Castle Rat, of course, but you know, if there's too many sticky notes on the other cover, I might have to break the emergency glass. I'm not gonna say anymore. So you guys are gonna label me as something that I'm really not. I'm just a man. So yeah. So Leather Bitch, or I thought this would be because it's spelled like this, and I thought they were like German. You know, what I mean, like I wouldn't be surprised. I was like, please be German. They're from Portland, Oregon. Like, you know, so they play a brand of like speed metal that's kind of rooted in so you can kind of get an idea if you look at so this was labeled as Shadow Kingdom Records, even though it came from House Headbangers. So look at these guys. They kind of look a little bit like I don't know, man. It's like if Quiet Riot met 80s Pantera. You know, it's just and it did come in a colored vinyl, so which for something like this I think is very appropriate. I mean, look at that. Look how pretty that is. So Leather Bitch play speed metal. Kind of imagine kind of a hodgepodge of, I don't know, like Razor meets a little bit, but without the prog elements of Queensryche, and Quiet Riot with a little bit of rap. I hear these influences in there. A little bit of you even hear it in the song, like even with the opening track. What the hell is it called? The Dark Mirror. Like it kind of sounds like Bang Your Head, right? You know, again, Quiet Riot. Nasty Reputation. It's a pretty cool track. Some of the riffs here could have fit like a Rat album. You know what I mean? But wrapped in that speed metal kind of vein. Good shit, man. This is really good shit. I actually really enjoyed this for what it is. So this is not an old album. I believe this is their second album, Shatter Vanity. So never heard of this band. So very cool to be, I guess, shown this material this kind of way. So here we have another band I never heard of in the box. So this is something a little more on the blackened punk, speed blackened punk kind of vein. And imagine like so these guys are from Finland. So what's it, Germany? Shit, I can't remember now. But they're definitely not American. They I think they're Finnish. And I think of like Impale Nazarene with like Japan Sabat, and you kind of be thinking in the right direction. So this is Vomit Angel. I want to say Vomit Angel, but it's just a W. So this is Vomit Angel, Under Sadistic Pressure. So clearly they went to art school. You know, when you look at this masterpiece right here, I think that this is kind of intentional. When you look at the back, these guys just don't give a shit, man. They're just out here to just fucking to bash a skull in. So Reaper Metal. So obviously one of the Horwell brothers who run this I don't know if that's still around, but yeah, this is some this is entertaining, that's for sure. Even look at that cover, like take Kingdom Sustained. That's not extreme enough for you. You know what I mean? Give the beast a weapon, because being 300 foot tall, it's not enough. You know what I mean? Throw a crucifix, one's not enough, man. You need a second one right here to kind of just add to the fun. So yeah, so this is just something that's gonna just bash a skull in. This is kind of what the impression I got. So cool. Listen, this is something that I like to put on. You take your break from your Revenge and Conquerors and shit. you know, this is something that I think you would put in when you're looking for a nice light diet of getting your teeth kind of kicked in. All right, so this other item here, I wasn't sure if I was going to show this one because I don't normally talk about Werewolf Records on this channel uh, due to a lot of sensitive reasons. You know, is this band on this label also considered, what's that word? Sketchy? Yeah. So they put out an album last year. I think it was called Star Dawn Usurper. And so this is a Moon Citadel. So Night Scarlet Symphonies, and they are from Finland, and this is their debut album actually. And so this is kind of the stuff you'd expect from that sound of Finland. It's kind of has that the pagan melodicism. Think of like Graveland, like kind of stuff, kind of in that vein. This is definitely not your cousin's Hot Topic black metal. Like this is the real deal. Um, really intricate, very well done black metal. I mean, this is one I was familiar with. I remember when this dropped back in like 2020. But like I said, I don't normally talk the werewolf stuff on this channel for a lot of reasons. But this was an item that was in the box, and I thought I'd talk about it. So it's you know I'm not gonna pussyfoot with you guys. I do have quite a bit of things that I probably won't ever show on this channel. You know what I mean? It's like I don't make it my mission to go support a lot of these bands, but I over time a lot of it has for some reason or another ended up in my hands, and and sometimes good music is good music. You know what I mean? And there are times, especially when it's not in English, where I don't know the subject matter. I'm it's purely about the music. So I'm not saying the music here it's a lot of questionable stuff, but it does kind of make you think about where you draw the line in the sand with a lot of this kind of stuff. But it was enjoyable listen for what it is. It's even the album that dropped last year. If it wasn't for what it was, you know what I mean, I could have put it on the year end list. But there's reasons why I left it out, of course. So the last item in that box was Iron Void. It's a doom band. It's an English doom band. I do have two other releases: the self-titled and the Excalibur album, both on vinyl. But I didn't have any Iron Void on CD. So this was cool, kind of thrown in the box because this is their latest album. This album's called Four, and this is their fourth album. So yeah, if you like shit like Pentagram, and you know again, Saint Vitus is definitely in there. Candlemass, though these guys are not as epic, as something like Candlemass. These guys I think a little more. They're stronger in the guitar and the riffing, like Trouble. I think that you would definitely enjoy this. I think these are one of the better modern doom bands that I don't feel like get really talked about nearly enough. But there's a little bit of Sabbath in here. Like it's just this kind of cauldron of influences kind of thrown in there, done really, really well. I'm always down for the doom. I'm always down for, stuff kind of in this vein. I don't know why I didn't pick this one up. It came out 2023, but definitely glad to have it in a collection. I probably will pick it up on vinyl at some point. If I can find out a good price. I'm not in a rush now that I have the CD here. So, Keith, thank you so much, man, for making this happen, and your friend, whoever you reached, whoever your contact was, that made these selections. I enjoy everything here. With some asterisks, you know, but I think overall, I think everybody in the VC just kind of knows what this is about, and how we all enjoy sharing music of all matters. So, yeah. Just a couple loose ends before I sign out for the day. It has been a long video. By the way, that Womit Angel did include this flyer. It is for the, what is it? The Dead by Dog. So it's the Hell's Headbangers, I guess, festival with a lot of their bands. And this one's taking place at August 1st, 2026. And this is in the, I guess, the Ohio area, which is not my neck of the woods. But some cool fucking bands, man. We got Asheron, Denial of God, Flesh Parade. It's just a few definitely known acts here. Lord Humongous. So I also wanted to say a special thank you to Eric, if you're watching. He would be my sister's boyfriend, who we connected, and also he's also into music. He loves playing his bass, and so much that he sent me a bass. He knows I'm more of a guitar guy, and I've never owned a bass before. All these years, I've dabbled with them in the stores and what other people have had, but I never actually owned my own bass. So I have a Dean guitar, which is it's a budget one, but it's a Dean guitar, and so now I have a Dean bass. So there was a bit of a clearance, so check that bad boy out. And I'm not used to an instrument taking up this much room. Again, I'm more used to guitars. Plus, this one's a Flying V. I mean, look at this thing. It's not the most elaborate thing in the world, but for a first bass, this thing is not too bad. I have an amp, but it's on a Fritz right now, so I wanted to do like a little demonstration or something for you guys, but for this video, it looks like I can't make it happen. So I do have to get a proper bass amp at some point. He did include this Dean sticker and a little note and a whole bunch of fucking pics, man. Like really cool, like assortment of just bags and bags and bags. So if you play an instrument, you know about the pick black hole. You dare drop one of these things, you may never see it again. Yeah, it just keeps going. Look at this. Wow. So some of these has got to work for me. So I can't wait to start playing a lot of my favorite stuff and, learn a few bass lines. I do know a few, but I've been dabbling with them on the guitar. But I can play my Kajagoogoo now and this thing the proper way. So that way I won't be too shy to do it. So the note says, here's your lawsuit bass. If you haven't heard, Gibson and Armadillo, which is Dean and Luna guitars. This is the Luna, I guess, line of Dean bass guitars, which is more of their budget line. Again, it's my first bass, so I'm not complaining. It seems to fit the bill just fine. It was brutal and pointless for everyone. Initially, Dean won, but later it was ruled that Gibson held trademarks for the V, Z, and SG body shapes. Despite Dean using these since the 70s, which was long before Gibson was awarded the trademarks, Armadillo didn't pay much in damages. However, the legal fees were well over $100,000. And now we see they've been practically giving the aforementioned models away. So I think he got this on a nice clearance fire sale. Well, pretty cool. Worked out for me. I'm glad you for thinking of me. Anyway, happy super late birthday. And hope you don't mind the V. It's always good to have a bass flying around. Guitars just aren't the same. Says the bass guy. But really awesome. The flying V is kind of awkward because you can't just put it on your lap and play. So it's, it just doesn't work quite the same. So you do need a strap for one of those. So thank you for everybody for hanging on and watching me ramble as usual. And there will be more birthdays coming up. So we got Depeche Commode. You guys know Chris from our streams and his Depeche Commode channel. So happy 50th birthday, Chris. And looks like we're going to be doing a little something for his 50th birthday as kind of acknowledgement. And also, my other buddy, Jeff, Gas Mask and Hand Grenades. It's probably the elder within our group, right? So, yeah. So, he will be turning the big 6-0. Yeah, man. Make it this. He made it always fucking 60, man. That's pretty cool. Can you make it 9 more years? It's becoming quite a dirty episode, isn't it? Oh, look, more pics. It's just, this thing just keeps going. So, sign off with that. So, you all keep it joyful. And it's been a fun little experiment. And everybody who's definitely sent stuff my way, I highly appreciate it. And very grateful and thankful for everything. And you guys out there. So, I am taking a bit of a dip this year and a lot of YouTubing. I got some personal stuff happening in my life, which is why you're not seeing me as much or won't be seeing me as much this year. I'm not going to go too deeply into a lot of it right now, but just want to say, it has nothing against you guys. So if you still want to unsubscribe, I understand. I can be quite annoying. So catch you all later.